China's having a massive military parade that President Putin and Kim Jong-un will be attending. Do you interpret that as a challenge to the US? And are you concerned at all about those countries?
No.
Some sort of counterweight?
Not at all.
Having a massive military parade that President Putin and Kim Jong-un will be attending. Do you interpret that as a challenge to the US? And are you concerned at all about those countries?
No.
Some sort of counterweight?
Not at all. China needs us, and I have a very good relationship with President Xi, as you know, but China needs us much more than we need them. No, I don't see that at all, no.
One more.
And I had actually a very good meeting with President Putin a couple of weeks ago. We'll see if anything comes out of it. If it doesn't, we'll take a different stance.
The president has designated these as terrorist organizations, which is what they are. When you flood American streets with drugs, you are terrorizing America, and that's going to end. Yeah, the president made the announcement and said it was a lethal strike. I think the Pentagon will have more details and other things to offer you here in the next few hours, hopefully. The drug vessel was carrying drugs. The president is going to be on offense against drug cartels and drug trafficking in the United States. It destabilizes not just the country, but the entire Caribbean basin. These particular drugs were probably headed to Trinidad or some other country in the Caribbean, at which point they just contribute to the instability these countries are facing. So the president's been very clear that he's going to use the full power of America and the full might of the United States to take on and eradicate these drug cartels, no matter where they're operating from and no matter how long they've been able to act with impunity. Those days are over. I think as long as those vessels are in the region and as long as the president's in the White House, he's made very clear he's not going to allow the United States to continue to be flooded with cocaine and fentanyl and other drugs coming from different places, this one from Venezuela, which is a common route. That, by the way, some of it ends up in Europe, a lot of it ends up in Puerto Rico and then on into the United States mainland. So no one should be surprised. That's why they're there on a counter-drug mission, and they're going to continue to operate. As far as specifics and future operations, I have to refer you to the Pentagon on that. This is a DOD operation. The president has designated these as terrorist organizations, which is what they are. When you flood American streets with drugs, you are terrorizing America, and that's going to end.
新闻勇夺4大奖项：社会光明面新闻报道奖、创纪录脑麻儿小李登玉山纪录片上映感动人心；影响力新闻奖民视一言堂高龄肥羊诈骗实录；庭园新闻奖台湾演绎太原监狱事件；文创产业新闻报道奖民视一言堂老戏院别定格；守护社会最优质频道民视新闻。